If your parrot is pulling out their feathers, you are not alone, and you are not a bad bird owner. Feather plucking is one of the most common and misunderstood issues in parrots. And today I'm going to explain why it happens, what it means, and what you can actually do to help. Hi everyone, I'm Ron. I work hands-on with rescued parrots every day. And feather plucking is something we see constantly. The important thing to understand is this. Plucking is not a behavior problem, it's a symptom. And once you identify the cause, you can start making real improvements. The very first thing to rule out is medical issues. Parrots can pluck due to a whole host of problems like skin infections or irritation, allergies, hormonal imbalances, and even serious nutritional deficiencies. It can also be a sign of pain or an underlying illness that you can't see. This is why I always stress. A vet visit is step 1. Get your bird to a certified avian veterinarian. Even if you're absolutely convinced the plucking is behavioral, you cannot skip this step. It's not optional. Birds are masters at hiding illness. It's a survival instinct from the wild. Plucking is often the very first visible sign that something is wrong internally. Your vet can run tests, check for infections, and make sure there isn't a physical reason for the discomfort. Ignoring this step is like trying to fix a leaky pipe by just painting over the water stain on the wall. You're not addressing the root cause. So please, before you do anything else, book that appointment. It's the most important first step you can take for your bird's health and well-being. One of the biggest contributors to feather plucking that we see once medical issues are ruled out is diet. Specifically, seed-only diets are incredibly problematic. Think of it like a human living entirely on junk food. Seeds are high in fat and extremely low in essential nutrients like vitamin A, which is crucial for skin and feather health. Over time, this kind of diet can seriously affect your parrot's body, leading to dry, itchy skin and brittle feathers that break easily. A healthy parrot diet should have a high-quality pellet as its base. Pellets are formulated to provide balanced nutrition. Then you should be offering fresh vegetables daily. Think leafy greens, bell peppers, carrots, a variety of colors. Fruit should be limited because it's high in sugar, and seeds? Seeds should be used as treats, not as the main meal. They're great for training and foraging, but they are not a staple. Poor nutrition doesn't always cause plucking overnight. It's often a slow decline, but it absolutely contributes to the problem long term. Improving your bird's diet is a foundational step to improving their feather condition. Now let us talk about something many people overlook, a parrot's mental and emotional health. Parrots are not just beautiful decorations. They are highly intelligent, incredibly social animals with complex emotional needs. Feather plucking is very often linked to boredom. Imagine being locked in a small room with nothing to do all day. You'd go stir crazy, right? That's what it can be like for a parrot with no enrichment. Loneliness or isolation is another huge factor. In the wild, they live in flocks. Being alone for long periods can cause extreme stress and anxiety. We also see plucking triggered by sudden changes in their routine or environment. They thrive on predictability. And for rescue birds, past trauma can play a huge role. If a parrot has nothing to occupy its mind, no control over its environment, or inconsistent interaction with its favorite person, plucking can become a coping mechanism. It's very similar to anxiety behaviors in humans, like nail biting. It's a physical manifestation of an internal struggle. Environmental factors matter a lot more than most people realize. Simple things in your home can be pushing your parrot into a hormonal state, which often leads to frustration, aggression, and feather destruction. For example, too much daylight can trick their bodies into thinking it's breeding season year-round. They need about 10 to 12 hours of uninterrupted, dark, quiet sleep every night. Things that can be seen as nesting triggers are also a problem. Don't give them access to happy huts, fabric tents, or dark, enclosed spaces where they might feel compelled to nest. Even petting them on their back or under their wings can be a hormonal trigger, and mirrors can be a big issue. Your parrot might see its reflection as a mate, leading to obsession and frustration when the other bird doesn't respond correctly. Creating a consistent sleep schedule, removing these hormonal triggers from their cage and play areas, and maintaining a predictable daily routine can make a significant difference in reducing these destructive behaviors. So with all that information, what can you actually do to help a plucking parrot? Here's a clear action plan. First, and I'll say it again, schedule an avian vet visit to rule out any medical causes. This is non-negotiable. Second, work on improving their diet gradually and safely. Transition them from seeds to a high-quality pellet, and introduce a variety of fresh vegetables. Third, significantly increase their enrichment. This means providing plenty of foraging toys, shredding materials like cardboard and paper, and puzzle toys that make them think. A busy beak is a happy beak, and a busy mind is less likely to focus on plucking. Fourth, maintain a strict routine. This includes a consistent wake-up time, bedtime, and interaction schedule. They need that predictability. And finally, be patient. This is so important. Feathers take a long time to regrow, and progress isn't always a straight line. There will be good days and bad days. In some cases, especially with long-term pluckers, full regrowth may not ever happen, but that's okay. Your goal is to improve their quality of life, and that is absolutely achievable. I want to be very clear and realistic about this. Some parrots may always struggle with plucking to some degree. This is especially true for birds with long-term trauma or chronic medical conditions that can't be fully resolved. The goal is not always a perfect, fully feathered bird. The real goal is a comfortable, healthy, and happy parrot. It's about their quality of life. Don't measure your success by the number of feathers on their body, but by the joy and engagement you see in their eyes. If this video helped you understand your parrot a little better, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps more bird owners find accurate, compassionate information. And if you have a parrot that plucks, let me know in the comments what species and age they are. I do read them, and I'm happy to help where I can. Thank you for caring enough to learn. Your parrot is not broken, and neither are you. I'll see you in the next video.